we also like to acknowledge the Commissioner for the support and the Office for the support of the funding. This is a side project that we did. We call ourselves CROW, by the way, Cybersecurity Researchers of Waikato. There's a reason why, because of this is this is not a picture I took last year, but if you watch the show, you will know what I mean. These guys are guarding the war, right, against the White Walkers, the zombies in the Game of Thrones show. So New Zealand is kind of like a small sample of that in the cyberspace. So when the hackers and the malicious personnel around the world want to test bait against a Western economy, they will usually try New Zealand first because it's small enough to test the whole system. So we are placed in this space, and when we started, it was quite nice that we were the first. But since then, New Zealand has grown quite a lot. We're building on the traditions of Waikato's bringing on internet to New Zealand. For example, the data mining group, Weka, and the networking group, which were created companies like Endace and Lightwire. So we have about 20-something research students. I'm just going to spend a few minutes just so that you understand why we are doing what we're doing, and they are from all the postgrad and research levels, about 30-something alumni, now at Gallagher, Deloitte, Interpol, Cloud Security Alliance, LayerX, and so on. It's nice to see our students go into the world. For example, if you use realestate.co.nz, you would have used LayerX's service, so you know that behind the scenes someone has been trained here. 14 staff, including myself and Boom. And we want to acknowledge the funding that is provided to us. Our goal is actually very simple: to return control of data to users. What do we mean by that? We are not privacy experts like yourselves, but we are cybersecurity enthusiasts, and we cannot live separately. We have to come together. And part of the thing is that if you look around yourselves, how many of you would know how to help yourself if you get hacked? Some of you, right? Yeah, some, but majority probably wouldn't, right? And when I asked my wife, she said, "I'll call my husband." So that's the whole goal. We want to create a technology which help people to help themselves, as easy to use as it is a text message or to surf YouTube, so that people can get control over the data. So when we were doing this research, two things spring up. One is the Privacy Good Research Fund that came along, and then we were saying, hey, that also came out at a time when Boom and I were talking about my 3-year-old daughter. She was surfing YouTube. She doesn't read, she just surfs YouTube by pictures. Then one of the YouTube pictures was actually showing, nice Dora the Explorer, but halfway through it, there was some crazy mean voice that suddenly say you will die, and it was a swastika thing that came out, and then it says that and then it started sounding very strange because it's not Dora the Explorer, and then for about 1 minute, and then it came, so I had to stop the YouTube thing, and then so we talked about this, and then just happened that the funding call was also there, so we thought we should apply for something that's along the line. So coming back to who we work with, we would like to work with more people. These are the people we work with. We have some, our goal is to be one of the top cybersecurity labs in Asia Pacific by the 5 years since its founding, so that will be 2018, 2019. One of the things that we do as well, which you guys can also participate or send your staff or students to, will be the Cybersecurity Challenge. We host it, and we're running it and this year was the 3rd year, next year will be the 4th. 50-something% are from high schools. We find that suddenly with this group of people who are interested, they can expel their energy into this thing for a meaningful reason. But most of the reason why we do this is because people don't want to air their dirty laundry in the last talk. Nobody wants to share their hacking data. So we have to create this environment to record hacking situations so that we can use it for research. So that's the reason why we do that. And along the way, we can create more tools to help you with your control of your data once you upload stuff online and so on. So without further ado, I want to introduce Boom, who has been the main driving force behind this research. And it all stems from the story I told you about my daughter going on YouTube, seeing a fake Dora the Explorer video. Yeah, that's the price you get for going for freebies, right? Yeah, so here we go, Boom. Yeah.
Thanks, Ryan. Thanks, Ken, for introducing me. Again, my name is Boom. My first name is hard to pronounce. Yeah, I'm from Thailand, and I have worked here for 2 years. Okay, let me introduce this project. The title is really long. It's Parent-Centric Privacy Framework for Safe Cyber Environment for Children. But you can simply call this project SCKit. Okay, SCKit, and this is the logo, which stands for Safe Cyber Kit Framework. Okay, and thanks our sponsors, the Office of Privacy Commissioner, who is the main sponsor of this project. And I also would like to thank our co-sponsor, Stratas, which is a cyber security project funded by MBAE. The goal of our project, actually, like what Ryan just introduced, is quite simple. We want to assist parents in preventing cyber threats and dangers of privacy illiteracy. And we hope that when parents is helped by the framework, by the SCKit, okay, the parents can help their children to preserve their internet privacy through this framework, and we develop parent access the tools I will show you later in the end of this presentation. And we also provide parents with best practice of knowledge. Okay, we have knowledge base. We post those knowledge base in online articles, and those knowledge base will help parents understand how to preserve privacy, or also can protect their family from being hacked or being stolen data. And we also want to promote initiatives and campaigns related to cyber security and privacy awareness in New Zealand. And we have some initiatives related to these topics, but I could say that most people in New Zealand still don't know those initiatives well. In last year, we did a survey with Internet NZ, and we reviewed that only 20% of Kiwis know NetSafe, okay, and around 10% know Connect Smart, run by NCPO. Okay, so that's why we want to help these initiatives, including the Office of Privacy Commissioner, to raise awareness of privacy threats and cyber security. Okay, so in this project, again, we call SCKit. It's a framework, and it's a combination of technology, knowledge base, and also policies that can improve a safe cyberspace for children. Okay, and actually not just children, but for everyone. That's what we aim for. And whenever we talk about policies, most people may think about national policy, organizational policy, but the policy here, how to say, are in terms of cyber security, are policy to control access. Okay, let's say access to the internet. We need to have, as parents or as caregivers, we need to have some control. Okay, to maintain the access, to control the access to the internet. Okay, as you know that kids are very pure, right? They are the best learners. They can absorb anything, no matter the things are bad or good. Okay, so we should have some control to, control the access, and here the control are called policies. Okay, and our target groups include parents, educators, and absolutely children. Okay, why we interested in doing this project, as Ryan just mentioned. Okay, his daughter visited website and found some dodgy stuff, and we believe that not just Ryan's daughter, but many Kiwi kids may, visit so many dodgy stuff online. Okay, let's see what the kids use the internet nowadays. Absolutely, most of them use the internet for gaming. Okay, more than 50%, and I need to give the credit to Kaspersky Lab that did this survey in 2015, and a lot of them also use the internet for learning. Okay, which is very good result, and you can see that very small number of them visit adult websites, including pornographic websites, for example, but. Kaspersky also revealed that, okay, these are the 3% visiting adult website. Actually, the kids may find some adult contents or pornographic contents in other sources like social media. Because their survey, Kaspersky survey, cannot, reveal what the kids see on Facebook or Twitter, or even YouTube, like around 30% watch videos online. Like in YouTube, I could say YouTube is very good place for learning. Okay, a lot of video clips there. I learn from YouTube, and our kids can learn from YouTube as well. However, I could say that there's a lot of dodgy videos there. Okay, in last year, I used to see a video clip that teach us how to build a bomb. Okay, and there was a case in Thailand in 2014 where some students in Thailand watched YouTube and built a bomb by themselves just for learning. Again, they said they did that just for learning. But what happened is that the bomb activated, and one high school student died from that test. Okay, it's very serious problem. If kids, not just the kids, right, us as well. If we see some content and we don't know how to protect themselves, okay, we are not aware of those contents, and we try to learn from them, and dodgy stuff could happen. As I said before, kids are pure and they are the best learners. They are the best receivers. No matter a lesson or contents they learn, white or black, they learn, they absorb, okay? And they may easily follow what the contents, guide them, instruct them, okay? This is statistics okay, to show that what are inappropriate contents that the children visit. Okay, as you can see, lots of contents are adult contents. Okay. Nearly 60%, okay, and some contents are violence, and some contents related to drugs. Okay, and not just the contents that are dangerous to the kids, but also there are so many internet threats. I can give you just some examples, like privacy violations. When the kids use Facebook, for example, we don't know what kind of content that Facebook has collected from us, from our kids, right? And this one, the second one, might not be a direct threat, but as you know that if kids post something sensitive online, it would affect their life in the future, like their career, right? Or online scams, okay, and you could say that online scams or phishing, some people call phishing, may steal our data, right? There was a case in many countries, I could say, where there's online scam try to promote a game, an online game, but the game asked the children or the players to share their own photos, okay? And the games try to convince the kids to, take photos, zoom up the face, or even there's a case again that the developer of that game asked one kid to take their own, naked photo, and then there's a problem like as you know, there's so many pedophiles that we don't know in in somewhere else, but we don't know where they are. Okay, and those people may be stalkers, may follow our kids. And cyberbullying is one problem that we want to protect. And there are also malicious software like computer viruses, computer worms, adware, spyware. Okay, sorry, and many more. Online scams are very big problems in New Zealand. There was a report in this year saying that New Zealanders lose around $12 million again to online scams. Okay, which is not small number. Okay, and there was a case where a kid is a victim to online scam. I'm not sure whether you read this news last year, where one young Kiwi, she's a fan of All Blacks, and she wanted to watch World Cup, Rugby World Cup, and she asked her parents to buy tickets for her, and her parents spent around $1,800 to purchase tickets, and the tickets are fake. So that family is victim to this online scam. Luckily, there's some, good people purchase real tickets for this kid in the end. Okay, there are a lot of privacy violation problems, like, as I just introduced before, like data is being monitored by internet service providers or, application vendors. And online scams, again, can steal our kids' data. Even parental control software can steal our kids' data. Okay, how many of you are parents? Okay, oh, a lot. Okay, me too. And how many of you have ever used parental control software? Okay, how do you feel when you use parental control software? Is this useful? No, not useful. Yes, that's true. yeah. Thanks, Commissioner. Yeah, that's true. It's not useful, and it could violate children's privacy as well. Malicious software like spyware can steal our data, and another problem is due to children's privacy in literacy. Okay. Cyberbullying is one big problem, okay, and in New Zealand there are many cases happen almost every month. Okay, there's studies saying that nearly 43% of kids have been cyberbullied, and 25 of them have experienced cyberbullying more than one time, but only 10% of the victims, inform the parents of their abuse. Okay, and interestingly, and it's not good result, it's saying that cyberbullying victims are more likely to commit suicide. And it happened in New Zealand before. Yep, read the news. Yeah, it's very sad story. This Kiwi lady, 12-year-old, she committed suicide because of cyberbullying. It just happened in this year. Okay, so we don't want to see this happen again and again. So that the reason behind our project. Okay, and there are related work like the parental control software that I asked you. Kaspersky found that only 22% of parents use parental control solutions. Okay, and we have done some literature review, and we found that most parental control solutions strictly use hard control, which can violate children's privacy. And as you know, that kids also have have freedom of expression. We don't want to violate their privacy. We want to give them access to the internet, but we need some soft control to control the contents. But when the children, want to revoke that control, we should, have some conversation with the kid, right? Why the kids should access or should not access the content, and the parents should educate the kids. And yet another question, how can we balance between privacy and safety or security? Okay. Let me give you one example of very famous parental control software. It's called KidLocker. Okay, and these are just some features of KidLocker. Okay, I can show you just a few of the features here. For example, the key locker here, or we call keystroke record. Okay, keystrokes. Okay, keystrokes recording. Okay, this software can capture all the keystrokes. So when your kids type anything on their PCs, or Mac, or even Android phone, okay, this software can capture the keystrokes. Okay. So if your kids, chatting to someone, or type any post in Facebook, Twitter, or watch any websites, we know what the kids typed, including password. So we know the kids' password, and then we can, use the kids' password to do whatever we want, which is not good, right? This software also can basic feature of can do a basic feature of parental control, that is to monitor web history, okay, or to see which apps open at which time, and even can monitor call voice. Okay, this software can turn on microphone remotely. Oh. Can turn on microphone remotely, can turn on camera, the phone camera remotely as well. You can see that this software try to increase the safety. Okay, again, is the original goal of this software is to increase the safety for the kids. But vice versa, this software also violates the kids' privacy. And let you think that if this software installed in your laptop by your kids, okay, vice versa again, and your kids also can monitor you as well, or your employer install this KidLocker in your computer or your office computer, the employer also can watch you. So yeah, we don't want anyone to do bad things with you. Again, the kids also don't want to be harmed by anyone, including their parents. Okay, back to the question I just coined before. There is still an open question until now. There is how we can, make a fair balance between security or safety and privacy for kids. Okay, let's think in general, not just for kids. Okay, let's talk about balance of these. Okay, and for national safety. Okay, national safety again, not for kids. As you know that in most of the country, there are at least one intelligence agency, right? In New Zealand, we have as well, right? Okay, and most national intelligence agency also facing this question, okay, how they can balance between safety and privacy. If they want to maximum increase the safety to their citizens, they may need to monitor all their physical areas and virtual areas, including the internet, right? To see if there's a terrorist, if there's some harmful activities happen in those areas, okay? And whenever the areas are monitored, the citizen privacy will be violated, right? So now, how we can maintain this balance? I could say it's still open issue. We still cannot, me and Ryan, we both still cannot solve this problem, okay? But we could say that we believe, okay, and I think some of you here also believe that safety and privacy can work together smoothly. Absolutely, we cannot maximize both at the same time, but we may be able to, give advice to citizens, right? Or educate them how they can protect themselves from privacy violations, for example. And at the same time, we should have for controller or for the government, we should have some ability to monitor their activities. Okay. But again, we should give the citizen, also the kids in this project, freedom of expression. Okay. And let me skip this one. The first authors also mentioned the act in New Zealand, like Piracy Act. And in the US, there's law which is designed specifically for children. We call COPA, 1998. That law is designed to protect privacy of children under 13 years old. And in New Zealand, just last year, we just released the Harmful Digital Communications Act. Okay, and this act is designed to help victims affected by harmful communications, including phishing, scams, or cyberbullying. Okay, back to our framework again. In this framework, we set 5 key requirements. That is, we want parents to have some control. Okay, it may not be the hard control, but some control to maintain the access to the internet. Okay, and the parents should be able to audit their kids' activities. Okay, and whenever the kids got hacked, for example, or there are some stalkers try to steal your kids' information or watch your kids' activities, you should be able to, solve the problem or limitation. Okay, and the parents should be able to collect some evidence when the kids are abused. Okay, and this evidence can be used in the court of law. And last but not least, it's very and could be most important component in this framework, that is, the parents must have knowledge, okay, to protect themselves, to protect their family, to protect their kids from cyber threats and privacy threats, okay. And then we developed a prototype of our framework. Again, our framework is called SCKit. And in this framework, there are 3 major software components. The first one is mobile application, okay, and the middle one here is web application, and we also have knowledge base. I will show you later in the interest of time. Let me quickly lap up my PowerPoint. Okay, let me introduce the features of mobile application that we develop. Right now, we support just Android application, and it's compatible with Android 4.4 onward, including the latest version, that is Android 6. And there is actually the newest version of Android, that is Android 7. But our software is, I could say, cannot work well in Android 7. However, I don't want to conclude this, but Android 7 can solve so many privacy issues, because in Android 7 you can set permissions by yourself. As you know that when you install software in your mobile phone, no matter it's Android or iOS, Apple iOS, the application will request access to your data. You know about that, right? Some application like Facebook will ask for permission to access photos, SMS data, call data, for example, or contact lists in your phone. Okay, but in Android 7, you can set the privacy permission or access permission by yourself. Okay, that's good news. Okay, so back to our project again. Our software here can do like web blocking or block the web access, can block some dodgy apps, and it provides panic button where the student can place this button, and then the app will send notification to the parents, say, okay, now your kid is panicking. And one more feature is called context-aware security. Early this year, we got one master students working on a project called context-aware access control. And we also use the funding to help him, finish his idea. That is to make limit access based on context. I give you an example. Like this feature can be used in high school. For example, if the kids are studying in a library, the phone can be locked, can be blocked from receiving calls automatically. Just example, automatically again, if your kid uses the phone in library or in classroom. For example, in classroom, the kid should not be able to make a call or play Facebook. The phone will be blocked again automatically, and when the kids are outside the classroom, all the block will be revoked. Okay, just example. Okay, and the student can successfully develop this feature, but however, we haven't integrated this feature to the current prototype of SCKit. Next is list of features of the web application. Okay, the web application can be able to audit posts that the kids posted in major social network services such as Facebook and Twitter. And thank you. And the web app also can monitor SMS calls, not the voice call, but just the number, the phone number, incoming phone numbers, outgoing phone number, and also can record the locations. However, all these features can be disabled. Okay, if the kids are not happy to be monitored, okay, the parents can disable, even the kids can disable by themselves as well. Okay, and the web app can remotely control like which mobile application can be used by the kids. Last but not least, the web application provides some knowledge articles for parents, like how to protect themselves from online attacks. And in this year, we also published our one of the features in our SCKit framework. In this conference is A-Lang conference, ITB TrustCon 2016. Okay. Okay. In the interest of time, I want to show you some demo, but it's offline demo. Okay, let me go to the offline demo. This one. Okay. Okay. Let's say the kids. Okay, this is not for the kid. This is for the parent. Okay, the parent. Okay, I'm privacy concerned parent, so I use privacy mode of this browser, and then okay, you can go to visit our framework as well. It's called SCKit. Okay, sckit.org. Okay, sckit.org. Okay, and this is the home page. Okay. We have a number of articles, and the number of articles is increasing every day, hopefully, or every week. Yeah. Like for parents who want to know more about communications, harmful communication acts, can read this article. And like whenever the kids are having some harmful communications problems, this article also guide the parents like how to report the police. Okay, what kind of evidence the parents should collect. Okay, then the parents can log in to this framework we call a SCKit portal. Okay, now I'm using my own account. Okay, let me fast forward. Okay, this is the first page of the framework. Suppose I have 4 kids. Okay, again, suppose I having just one daughter. Okay, suppose I have 4 kids, hands and blah 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 here. Okay, let's say if I want to see what hands is doing or has been, like recently he's here, I can zoom in and see where he is. Okay, again we can turn off this feature if hands is not happy to be monitored, and I can monitor like how many SMS hands sent per day or received per day, or even can see the call log information, call history. Okay, you can control your call bill as well. Okay, that's a good feature. Say if your child call quite often you can control the bill and can block the call remotely. Okay. Yeah, and you can add again. You can audit Twitter and Facebook posts as well. However, you need to get permission from your kid. Let's say now I will show you if I want to get access to my kid Hans Twitter account. Okay, Hans need to click approve. Okay, like this. I just keep the video. Okay, so now I can access Hans Twitter tweets. Okay, messages. Okay, you may ask me a question. The parents also can follow the kid and then can see tweets from your kid. You can do that as well, but we provide this framework as a, how to say, a portal. So it helps you to see everything from your kids. Okay. Let me. Okay. Time is running out. Sorry. And Facebook as well. Okay. And if I'm not happy about this post because my kid is posting home address online. Okay, I can give the feedback to my kid. Say, don't post your home address online. It's not good. You can educate your kid, by the way. In the same time, you know, we don't just block. Okay, many parental control software can block the post remotely, but here we don't block. We use soft control, and this message we send to the kid. Say, okay, your parents send you this message. Just example. Okay, let me quickly wrap up. For the mobile phone as well, okay, if your kid try to access YouTube after bedtime, let's say now it's bedtime, okay, your kid can access now, but later I found that the kid is accessing YouTube, I can block YouTube application as well. Okay. Yep, block like this. And then later, when the kid try to access YouTube, it say YouTube is banned. Okay, has been banned. Okay, so the parent need to unlock this application, and you can unlock remotely as well. For example, if the kids need to do homework at school, and the kid can revoke the block. Okay, the block here by pressing this button, and can give some reason why I need this app to be unblocked. Okay, and then the parents can unblock the app. Okay, just some features. Yeah. In the interest of time, okay, I pass.
Good. Thank you very much.
To you. Yeah. Thank you.